Hey YouTube, this is zooLert Official, and today I have another review for you guys. I'll make this one a little bit quicker, but at the same time I'll keep it, of course, at the usual detail and everything that I try to get into. But I don't want to get too much on the detail itself, as of course I want to talk about and actually show you guys what I'm going to be doing with the new Crayola Color Studios HD color set. Now, this thing in my opinion is really cool, has a very nice idea. And pretty much before we get into all that opinion and how it works stuff, I'm going to show you guys what's included within the set. Now, of course, you get this fancy box. The set is for kids ages 3 and up, and I believe it is $19.99 retail price. So you get a very nice flashy box, 100 Crayola crayon colors, no mess, pretty much, because it's all on the iPad. A very nice idea. And pretty much you flip it to the back. Other great stuff you can see about the set itself. And right here you get this little instruction booklet where it teaches you what you need to do to insert the battery into the marker right here, the eye marker. Very simple. Just make sure that your Phillips head screwdriver is very small, because I found it that the screw right here is a bit tiny, so you might have to watch out for that. Then you can just put in your AA battery, 1.5 volt, usual. You should find that around your house very easily. Now, before we can get this set started, I want to let you guys know that you do need two things before you can actually use this eye marker. Now, the thing is, of course, you're going to need an iPad. I believe first gen is capable to use the eye marker as well, but here I have the second gen iPad, and what you're going to need to do is, once you have your iPad, once I put everything in, you actually need to download an app. Now, this app is actually the Color Studios app, and pretty much I'll show you where it's located. Right here, I put in my entertainment. Let's open that up. You'll notice right here, Color Studio HD. Now, the really good thing is this app is free. Don't worry, you don't need to pay like 99 cents, $2, and all that stuff from Apple Store like usual. It is free. Just go on, you can search Color Studios HD in the App Store. You can purchase it, and after that you can, of course, wait for it to download. And even if you don't have the eye marker, which is really cool, you can actually draw with your finger. But, of course, the application was meant for this marker. Now, let's get started on the review itself. Once I click on this, very nice flashy screen, Crayola logo, and you'll see right down here it's loading. And pretty much right here you have different styles of drawing or creating your own coloring pages. So right here you'll notice, very cool. So I'll get into that later, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So pretty much this is what the set comes with, and don't forget, just like your usual marker, it does come with a cap. And what's really cool is you can, of course, hook something into the cap as well. And right here you have the marker, very small, perfect for a kid's hands, not too big, and of course not too small as well. And pretty much how you would work this is, on top there's a power button. Just click the power button, and you'll notice that the Crayola symbol right here will start to light up. Very cool. So that's pretty much it for the marker, and now I'm just going to go right to the application. So right here I have the Color Studio HD color set up for you guys. And as you guys can see, this was the home page that I showed you guys earlier. I have the marker right here, the eye marker. So I'm just going to turn it on and remove the cap, put it somewhere where I can pick it up later. And you'll guys notice right here, this side, there are options that you can choose. Here you have your gallery, so if you've ever saved or made any drawings, you can just save them in here, scroll through them, and of course pick which drawing you want to do over again, or if you just want to save it and even print it out. Next, you have your profile, easy. Write your name. You can connect to Facebook. Just another cool option. And of course you have your options: musics, sound effects, zooming, whatnot. Here we have help for tips on how to make different coloring pages, to actually use coloring pages, or to just free draw. And of course you have the more Crayola stuff. Now let's actually get into the pages themselves, and you can see one of the first options is actually making a color page. Now when I first entered this, I actually did not realize that you can't draw anything with the marker. This is pretty much just a page where you can add a bunch of pictures, black and white. Once you finish that, you can save it and you can actually draw on it later. Now pretty much you can pick different scenarios on the bottom. So just to get into the holiday spirit, I'm going to try to pick something really cool for you guys. Let's pick the snow. So right here you have a different background. You can pretty much save it, or over here you have more options that you can see. Of course you can exit right there. You can go back. It's still loaded, and you'll notice a bunch of music goes on. You can always cancel all that out. And then here you have different options, stuff to put in, speech bubbles, and all that really cool stuff. And then here we have the different scenarios again. And over here you have the redo, the undo, restart your page, save it, options, and of course share. Very, very cool. And then you can just exit out right here. And right here we have the coloring pages, where, let's see, seasons. Let's go to seasons because let's get into the holiday spirit. Christmas. And right here is actually where you can draw. So you guys can see that I've already set up a picture for you guys, just to give you a little bit of a view. Now I'm going to draw in a couple of different presents on the bottom, maybe a couple of stockings. Let's go stockings first. You'll notice right here I have the red marker chosen. You can pick different paint sizes, and after that you can just X out. You can have your marker ready. And the really cool thing is if you hold down on a certain spot and begin to draw, you'll notice that it is going to draw. But if you leave the page, you'll notice that it doesn't color red on anything different over here. But you will notice that if you move over, and as you guys can see here, I let go and I put it back down and the marker began to draw again. So a really cool feature is if you do leave your marker down on a different object and just begin to draw, but then accidentally move out, you'll notice there are no red markings in that area. It's a very helpful thing, you know, in case kids are just beginning to draw, and it doesn't, of course, save them time, or it does save them time in case they do mess up, instead of erasing all of their beautiful artwork. Now we can just leave this page. Of course, you could always save it, hang it up. And finally, we have the very last page, which is, of course, the free draw. And the free draw is probably one of the coolest, in my opinion, because it gives anybody really the option to just draw to their liking. And you'll notice here, this is the crayon. So you'll notice it looks more like a crayon, of course, and it actually does a marker. So this specific app does recognize what it's using. Very, very cool. And let's actually go to colored pencil. Let's pick this color, and you'll notice more solid than the crayon. And you'll notice that the app is also very smooth. So if I clear my page and I get out a marker, notice how the drawing is smooth. It doesn't make anything really jittery, or the lines don't become straight. Very smooth all the way through. So that's pretty much the app. You can also, of course, like I said, print it out and of course save them, show them off to, of course, your friends and everything. Very, very cool. So now I'll just be moving on to, of course, my younger sister drawing a couple of pictures for you guys. So as you guys just saw, my younger sister was playing with the Color Studio HD set. She was using the eye marker to, of course, draw in some pictures, and towards the end she was using the free draw. I wanted to keep that one quick, only because the other drawing took a little bit longer. Other than that, I want to show you that the free draw, that's a blank page. You can pretty much do whatever you want, and of course, have fun with it. Now, before I end the video, I want to go through a pro and cons list. Like usual, let's start with the cons first. Now, in my opinion, the marker is very nice, but I don't like the screw. In the beginning of the video, I did mention that it was small, and I did not have a fun time trying to find a small Phillips screwdriver to fit that. But pretty much that was just one of the big problems. Another big problem that I had was right here, the power button. It works well, and you guys notice that it actually turns on the marker very nicely, but there's not a very big click. You guys notice that the power button does not shift that much, so it's a little difficult to tell sometimes if you're not looking at the Crayola symbol right here, whether it is on or not. Other than that, those are the only big problems I had, and in fact they're actually very small if you really think about it. So really, if you take a look at this Color Studio HD color set, it's really cool because if your kids are big on drawing, and of course, if you guys know, kids get very messy, especially with markers. They can draw all over the place. This does keep everything simple and clean, like mentioned on here. And of course, you don't have to go out buy different crayons and colors. Instead, you have everything right here in this handy dandy eye marker. And of course, you have different options on the app as well. So that was the review on the Color Studios HD set. So please remember to rate, subscribe, comment, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.